Barbara Sexton-Smith is with us, and we're talking about what's going on down here at this beautiful place called the Storage Project. Barbara, good job.
Well, it's a good job to all the volunteers, and especially to the Kentucky Colonels who donated $25,000 in the last few months, as well as to the Louisville Metro Council for having the good common sense to vote yes to appropriate the surplus funding for those experiencing homelessness. So we've been working since January trying to get this storage facility open, and thank goodness it's open now. And just while we've been standing here, a couple of folks have walked up to me and have asked, are there any spaces available?
Isn't
And
that nice?
yes, there are.
Good.
We have storage lockers that have been donated, and we have storage bins. All are very secure. So the next time you see somebody walking down the street carrying what looks like it's everything they own, it probably is. Stop and say, hey brother, hey sister, need a hand? Have you heard about the storage facility over on Liberty Street, right there at the corner of Liberty and Preston where the old First Link used to be? Go on over there. Put your stuff in secure storage. And then that way, folks can go to their jobs, they can go to their appointments, they can go on interviews, they can go see friends. It's just the same thing we all like to do.
You're so awesome. Thank you, Barbara Sexton-Smith.
Welcome. Thank you.
See you at lunch. There he is, the man of the hour, Jeff Gill. Tell us how you feel getting this open this morning.
I feel wonderful. It's a beautiful thing, and it's going to continue to be a beautiful thing as it grows. And I think that once the community really understands what's happening here, everybody will get behind it. And hopefully this is just the first of many of these types of projects.
I love it. I'm going to go find Glinda. Is she in here?
She is.
Thank you so much. So we are at the corner, as Barbara Sexton-Smith was saying, of Liberty and Preston. And she is talking to her many constituents. You can see how much she is loved. She's just pretty incredible. She's been a huge part of the money that was given at this time a couple of months ago to help to deal partially with the epidemic of homelessness in our city. And right now we've got some great media attention, which I love, for the grand opening of the Storage Project, which is something that's going to allow folks who are experiencing homelessness. Hey, how you doing this morning? There's our little television star, to put their stuff in a place that's safe and not have to leave it out. And I love that because they're giving people an opportunity to have things that are secure. I'm going to go over here and talk to Maria Miles for just a second. Maria, how you doing? Hi, Jane. How are you? Can we talk to you two for a second?
Sure.
Here, let's get you two in the background
together.
So, tell me what you guys do. We already know Maria because she's famous, but I haven't had you on a live cast yet, Jane.
Yeah, I try hard not to be famous. I'm the Director of Mission Advancement for St. John Center.
Wonderful. And
I'm the director at St. John Center.
excellent. So, Jane and Maria, tell us just briefly. We're getting a lot of media attention today, which is what we love, and it's the first time I've seen this many cameras here, which I'm so happy for. What are we doing today at the Storage Project?
This is our grand opening for the public to celebrate this project coming to fruition. It's been open to clients for a week, and but this is the day where we're inviting the public to celebrate.
And the purpose of the Storage Project is, Jane?
This is transitional storage for so that people who are our homeless neighbors have a place to put their stuff, so that they can travel more easily, they can go to job interviews, they can go into shelter at night if they want to. So this is about meeting what we know is a desperate need of people who are living on the street.
Very much so. Thank you guys for all the hard work you do year-round, not only at the Storage Project, but at St. John's Center for Homeless Men.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate you. All right, we're going to catch some other important people who are hiding over here. Glinda is going to be interviewed. Go do your interview. I'm going to steal you in a second when you're done. That's Tiny. She's busy in a conversation. Hey, guys, tell me what you're thinking about today's success. What's your name?
Libby Alexander.
And?
David Desjardins.
Excellent. So how are you guys connected with the Storage Project?
Well, my husband and I have provided the products, and Mark has been the installation manager, and we have a real personal investment in volunteering with St. John's.
I love that. And how about you?
My fiance works for St. John's Center for Homeless. She's
Who's your fiance?
Mary Luke Noonan.
Awesome.
Yes.
She's wonderful.
She's great. She's a fantastic.
How do you think this is going to impact our citizens who are experiencing homelessness?
Well, Mark just said he hopes this provides a new service model that can be replicated across the city. you have an opportunity with this big parking lot and with these facilities to have a new service center for homelessness. So I think it can, if it works here, it can work other places as well. So it can help the homeless population that's in the center of the city, and it should be able to eventually be replicated to help homeless populations in the perimeter of the city.
How concerned are you at this moment that the recent decision by Metro Council to not increase taxes to support community-based services like this will negatively impact the storage project?
Oh, it's going to negatively impact an array of services that make this city what it is. It's criminal that folks don't understand what an impact those cuts could make. Eric talked about having faith this morning. I think we have to have faith that with some education and understanding, there has to be some compromise that ensures citizens that there is efficiency and there is need and there are results. But something has to be done right away to make that change.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much. The trickle-down effect of all of the things that's happening here, nobody can possibly really understand. I'm going to talk to you guys this morning. How are you doing? From the Mayor's Office of Resilience, right, Deb?
We are so excited for this day.
Give me your names and titles.
Tamika Laird, the Assistant Director of the Office of Resilience and Community Services.
I'm Mary Luke Noonan with St. John Center.
Is that your fiance over there?
Yes.
I thought so.
Fiance. And I'm Debbie Belt. I'm the Public Information Officer for the Office of Resilience and Community Services.
Excellent. And I'm concerned about something, and I'm going to just go ahead and broach it because I already have. How do you feel about the fact that the Metro Council vote could very, very likely jeopardize something that's just now getting off the ground?
Very concerned. I feel better today. Friday, I was very sad. A sad day for me and as a part of Metro government, concerned about our future. I think we're, after the weekend, I'm feeling a little more resilient. I know with partners like this, we can pull together, and just what they've accomplished by making today happen. We're just going to have to be creative and pull all partners together as much as possible.
And
Tamika?
I agree with Debbie. As we move forward, we just have to really think about these things and how they are tangible, and there are needs within the community. These assistance is going to help service so many homeless, and we also got to realize that we just have to move forward. And what does that look like? I don't know yet. I'm still waiting to see.
I think one of the things that has impacted me the most when I've been paying attention to this is the fact that there are so many people who work for St. John Center in an outreach team, which also could be jeopardized, which would then put more people into the unemployment rolls, which would then put more people onto government health insurance, which would then put more people in jeopardy of losing their homes and losing their well-being. And it just seems to be so penny-wise and pound-foolish to me that these decisions are being made without a lot of thought for the consequences. What kind of jeopardy is the St. John Center in, Marianne?
Mary Luke. We're concerned. Like you mentioned, the outreach team, the storage site, we want to make sure they continue because they're needed. Like these ladies said, it all comes back to partners, and if we can just stay strong as a community and figure out other ways to make it happen, we will.
Gosh. Thank you guys for all the work you do in the mayor's office. You're wonderful, and we appreciate you so much. Can I sneak over here and get you two? You look so official. Yeah. Susan, how do you say your last name? Buccino?
Buccino.
Hi, I'm Tara Bassett. Nice to meet you.
Hi.
Italiano Buccino. And this is Tiny Markwell, of course, of the Forgotten Louisville, but you also do St. John Center work during the day. Yes. Your day job when you take off your Supergirl cape at night is working St. John Center. Tell me how you feel about finally getting the storage project off the ground. Susan, let's let Susan say something first. Just because I want her to say something first, and then I'm going to have a long conversation with you.
Oh no. I'm so proud of St. John Center. We do amazing work, and this is my 6th year on the board, and I've gotten to be a part of making decisions to grow and expand and do things to make sure that we end homelessness, not just support homelessness. And the storage facility is part of that because we provide IDs for people, but how many people come back time and time again because their IDs have been lost or stolen because they had to sleep on the street or in a shelter that things get stolen. So instead, now they have a safe place to store those really important documents so that they can move on and get public housing and jobs and health care and the things that they need to not be homeless.
How often can people come to the storage area, Tiny, and get things that they need? You know, basically check in and check out. Is it like a locker at the airport?
Right now, I believe that the hours are just. It's not every day of the week yet.
No, it's every day but Friday and Monday, I think Glinda said.
Yeah. So whatever those hours are, like, it's not going to be able to be a self-serve. There will always be staff here.
That's good.
Yeah.
What's your job at St. John?
So I started out at St. John's Center as a case manager doing housing case management, permanent supportive housing. And now I am the lead outreach team worker. So I lead a team of 5 individuals. We are out and about in the community all day long, looking for individuals that are not seeking services, especially not in the downtown area. We're out in the community in regards to the Fern Creek area, the South End area, places where people aren't getting free health care, mental health services, substance abuse, harm reduction services, needle exchange services. We're loading them up in our cars and bringing them in, and it's all about the soft handoff. We do nothing without a soft handoff. So
explain that.
So it's easy the Coalition for the Homeless puts out a book called the Street Tips book, and that's going to tell you everywhere that you can go to get overnight shelter, day shelter, where you can get a meal, a clothes closet. I am not a fan of just passing out a book. I'm a fan of saying, hey, buddy, come alongside me, and I'm going to show you where we can do these things and do those things with them. We like to meet people in their need. And then see that through to fruition over and over. And sometimes it may take us going back, 10 or 12 times, but maybe that 12th time that female trusts us to get her to come with us and bring her down to the women's shelter and take a shower and get her laundry done and feel like a woman again and get some case management. So that's kind of what we do.
Well, I can tell you, I always have her on speed dial, Susan. I don't know about you, but whenever I encounter a situation and I don't know what to do, Tiny's the first call, and she's got the solution, which is why she's such a gem and a landmark in the homeless outreach community. Thank you guys so much. As soon as Glinda finishes, which is right now, we're going to go grab her. Hey, turn around, famous woman. Hey, Guy, how you doing? Glad to have you guys here. You need to come and cover it more frequently.
That's what I said.
Glinda, come and talk to us. You are the woman of the hour. You have worked so hard to make this happen. Congratulations on the storage project.
Thank you so much. It has been such a blessing, and I know you've been a part of it through a lot of it with me, and I cannot thank you enough for putting the word out, making people aware of what's going on, and helping our cause. We actually started a soft opening last Monday. This is our grand opening, so we are ready to go. We have 50 bins that have been used so far. We have a total of 70. We have 160 lockers that are gone in or being put in. We have new lockers, thankfully, from the Kentucky Colonel's grant that we received. We bought new lockers with it, so Mark Kazar and his group are so wonderful, and if it had not been for him, I'm not sure how long this project would have run on.
Yeah.
I learned a lot about construction, a lot about codes and regs, but it's been a tremendous project. I'm just thrilled to death to be a part of it.
Well, I am so thrilled that you have had the success that you deserve, because you left a very nice paying job to take on the opportunity to come down and get the storage project underway. And I know it's a labor of love, and one of the major things I love about you is the fact that you also spend your evenings doing outreach with the Forgotten Louisville and your weekends doing outreach with the Forgotten Furniture. Explain that concept to people who have furniture in their houses that they're ready to part with but still has a lot of life and usability.
We actually do the Forgotten Furniture. It started back in February 2016. I had a Korean War veteran that got into housing, and the agency that got him there were so proud. But when I went to visit this wonderful 84-year-old Korean War veteran, he had no furniture. He was sitting on the floor. I could not let that happen. That night, I cried myself to sleep, and the Forgotten Furniture was born. We delivered Sunday. We delivered furniture to a gentleman, and I could not tell you how excited he was. He's like, is this my very own? And of course, they're gently used items that we take. So
how do people get it to you, Glinda?
You can actually phone my regular cell phone number. You can contact Tara. She'll be able to connect you with me. The Forgotten Louisville is my outreach group, and as you said, the Forgotten Furniture is my furniture delivery. I have a group of guys that help me a lot that I'd like to thank. Maurice Lemons is kind of my sidekick on this. Jacob Gordon has always been a call away. He's a senior at Trinity High School. And then this past couple of weeks, Brian Royston has come along, and so thankfully, because he's been able to drive the truck a little bit, so I've only had to drive my car. So it's been.
And you go pick up furniture from people's houses. That's the key right there. They don't have to do anything but call you.
Yeah, and hit me on email. A lot of times that comes through Facebook. It's exciting because when I put the actual schedule together, it's exciting to figure out where I'm going to go and how can I get there with the fewest miles. Because this costs money. No one gives me money to rent a truck.
Right.
Or
the storage area that you keep the furniture in while it's getting placed.
That's correct. We actually have 3 storage units now.
Wow.
And we're desperately trying to reduce that down to 2 at a minimum or 2 at a maximum. It just becomes overwhelming. And then with the rain, we have to worry about that. So everything comes into play. We try to get a truck every 2 weeks. So far, we've been able to do that lately. So this actually would be our pickup week and delivery week.
So if you're getting new furniture, we contact you either through me or through the Facebook page, through the Forgotten Louisville. However, you can get a hold of Glinda, and you can also call me, and I'll be glad to, or Facebook me, and I'll be glad to put you in touch. You will go pick up the furniture. You will furnish people's new apartments who are coming in from the streets, which is so exciting for them as well. And you'll also give a tax-deductible receipt to the people who contribute the furniture, which is a big plus for a lot of folks.
Right. And I'm actually behind on those. I apologize to those that have actually donated through the first of the year. It's just been overwhelming having this full-time job and then also doing my side job, as I call it, my unpaid job with the Forgotten Furniture and the Forgotten Louisville. So.
I think you're doing fabulously, and don't worry, I'll sit down and help you write receipts.
That's wonderful. I need a sidekick really bad.
You got it. You got so many sidekicks, it's not even funny. And I love to see, who's the guy in the gray suit over there?
That's Eric Friedlander, who without him, this project would not have gone. He has been instrumental in lots of areas that I couldn't get into. Tamika Laird is in.
We just talked to Tamika and Deb. They're
Debbie,
wonderful.
Yeah.
Give Eric the high sign to come over, will you?
Okay.
See if we can get him to come over here. I really want to talk to him because he's one of the guys who has power in the mayor's office, who can make things happen, and I would really, really like to give him the opportunity to talk for just a second to us on camera. I know that one lady who's standing there talking to Eric. She happens to be a cousin of the mayor, and she did the street count with you and me.
Yes, that's correct. That's Meg Fisher-Stone. She is a wonderful advocate for lots of outreach groups, but especially ours. And she brought a cake today. So we have Maria Miles from the Forgotten Louisville brought donuts. Linda Mattingly brought coffee and tea.
And it looks like Amir's over there eating all of it, too.
Yeah, Ahmed.
Ahmed, yeah, that's right. Hi. Hey, guys. Hey, Linda. How you doing? Good to see you. I'll come get a donut. Hang on one second. All right, we're going to see if we can get Eric to come over here. We might have to walk in that direction. Come on, let's go do this. Because I've interviewed those guys already, and I love them. Hey, girl, how you doing, Meg? Good to see you.
Good to see you, too.
How do you feel today?
I'm excited for Glinda and everybody else, and I'm excited to see the units. And I brought cake, and we'll take that leftovers to St. John's. But we've got to figure out funding to continue this after June. So I'm going to be talking to Glinda and seeing about a grant, at least get a couple thousand maybe from my church. So
that's wonderful. Thank you, Meg.
I'm excited. Good to see you.
I'm going to grab Eric Friedlander here for just a second because I want to talk to him. Mr. Friedlander, Tara Bassett, nice to see you.
Good to see you again. How are you?
Good. You guys get together there, Glinda. I think the two of you are ultimately responsible for this wonderful success. Tell me how you're feeling today, Eric.
Complicated.
Yeah.
Feel really good that this opened. I think you worked very hard to get this done. And we learned a lot through this whole process. And I think it is one of the things that is needed in this community very badly. So to see this day when we can actually come together and open this up is fantastic and something to be celebrated.
I love it. Thank you for all the hard work that you do on our behalf from the mayor's office.
Oh, thank you.
We really appreciate it. Now we have to get to work on those Metro Council folks who are not supportive of the tax increase. Is there anything that citizens who are watching can do to have an impact on the decisions that are going to be made for the things that are going to be cut, Eric?
Please continue to advocate and talk about how important this is. I'm not sure what impact we're going to be able to have in terms of revenue impact this year, but we've got to continue to advocate for these types of programs. Look at what we've been able to do as a community, right? These little bit of $500,000, but some funding within Metro government, that's not like a huge number.
$500,000 is very small compared to $65 million.
Right. So, yes, it is. So look what we've been able to do. And when we put our minds together and work together, we can make an impact. So let's continue to do that. And if it wasn't for the advocates, this probably wouldn't have happened either. Absolutely. I mean, I would love to, we had the encampment task force, and that's where all these ideas came from, which is great, good communication, but...
I think that's the key, the communication. We had such, everybody was wanting the project, and then we just had to figure out how to get it.
Yep.
But every turn of the people that we had our meetings with were wonderful. I don't know, I was just excited about that. But we communicate so well.
Yeah, we do. But advocate.
Yeah.
Let people know how important this is. Let people know that everyone in our community is our community.
Absolutely.
So everything we can do for even the folks living at Jefferson or wherever, that's still doing for our community, and it makes our community better. And we need to keep reminding folks we are all one community, and we need to act like it.
And we are all one paycheck and one catastrophic illness and one bad car accident away from being on the streets ourselves.
Amen.
Glinda, you've done a fabulous job. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
All right, I'm going to catch a couple of other responses from folks here who are just so happy and so excited, and I love the fact that Linda Mattingly is here. She's a great supporter of My Dog Eats First. I've got you on Facebook Live, Linda. How are you, darling?
Good. How are you?
What have you got? Cake? Donuts?
Cake, donuts.
All
hot
kinds
chocolate,
of stuff. I
coffee.
love it. Oh my gosh, let's take a look at this. Oh, this looks so good. That's absolutely amazing. I'm going to grab one of these. Oh, look, we've got a rainbow cake. That's so cute.
What would you like?
I think I'm going to take just a little donut, but I want to talk to you for a second first, because you participate in so many different things, but one of the things you know a lot about is the Forgotten Louisville, and of course My Dog Eats First. There's a big walk coming this weekend.
Yes.
And I would very much like you to talk about the Walk for Compassion.
I am going to be working down there. Honestly, I don't know a whole lot about it.
Tiny. Oh,
yeah, get
it's
tiny.
Cherokee Park.
It's at Cherokee Park. Registration, I believe, starts at 9.
Yes.
And it's like a 2.5 mile walk, so it's not a marathon by any means.
And you can bring your dog.
Bring your dog, of course, your cat, your pet lion. Whatever you have. You have a goat and a donkey?
Maybe I'll bring the goat or the donkey.
There you go.
I am
is
coming
exciting.
with my grand dog at least.
Good.
Trapper.
Good.
Great Dane.
Good.
Yes, I've signed up.
What's the purpose of the Walk for Compassion, Meg?
This is to raise funds for the homeless, and I think My Dog Eats First. It's Fed with Faith,
And
the
Forgotten
Forgotten Louisville.
Yep.
So I'm very excited, very excited.
Oh, and Up for Women,
Up
which is
for
really
Women,
exciting.
yes.
Tell me a little bit about Up for Women. Do you have any background on that, Linda?
I've been down there. It's an amazing organization. It's a day shelter for women. It's kind of equivalent to St. John's, which is for men. We are hoping that Up can get more volunteers in there where they can have more hours. Right now it's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 9 to 1. And eventually we're looking for that to grow.
Yes.
We're excited about that.
Excellent. Thank you guys so much. Yes, Meg.
I volunteered at Up several times, and I will let you know that Andrea, one of the directors, and I put together a grant for my church, and we received $6,000.
Wow, Meg!
Weeks ago, and this is going to help to help the women that come in there that may need supplies for a work that are in the service industry. So the black pants, the shoes, the white shirt, and TARC passes to get back and forth to work. So
that's a huge help, Meg. Good job.
You're welcome.
All right, I'm going to see if I can get a couple more folks who want to say something to me about the value of this, and I know that my friend over here is going to. How did it go this morning? Are you excited? It was a wonderful, wonderful morning.
It was a great morning. We are now up to 50 people now.
Yay, good job.
So
you're number 50? Yeah. Congratulations. You get some sort of an award. Ahmed, come here. How you feeling, man?
Oh, great now. I feel great. First couple of days I was a little bit nervous, but I feel great. Everything's falling into place now. And I just want to say thank you to the donors, the council people, the volunteers. They're the awesomest. They're the best.
You're the awesomest. You're the best.
Thank you.
Thank you, man. Appreciate all you do. So it's been a really good morning. We're very excited about the fact that the storage project is underway, and now we have to make sure that it stays funded, whether that's by private donations or grants. If you have any connections, any suggestions that will enable us to keep this going after the June cutoff date, which is when a lot of community-based services are going to be discontinued due to the Metro Council members who voted against the tax increase to support these community-based services, we would sure appreciate knowing about them. You can contact me, go through the St. John Center, the Forgotten Louisville, any of these organizations that help so much. We would very much appreciate your assistance and your good thoughts, and congratulations to all who have made this happen today. I'll be at Congressman John Yarmouth's luncheon in just a few minutes, and we'll hear what he has to say about women right now. We appreciate him for having moved the luncheon Friday. It was supposed to be happening on Friday, and because the U of L women were playing, he made a very good decision to change the luncheon to today. So it should be an exciting event, and I'm going to be doing a little live casting from there too. See you guys in a few minutes. Thanks so much for supporting the storage project at St. John Center for the Homeless Men.